Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim coming to you from inside the Super Crusher. That's right, I'm driving the big girl today, and I'm enjoying it. I got a big day planned. It's all about activity. Yesterday was, good, but today I'm going to kick it up a notch. First thing we're going to do is, she don't even need it. We're going to take the Super Crusher up here to Sud Stop, take advantage of my monthly membership, of which I can go as many times as I want, every day, every week, every month, to get her washed up. So she comes out of there pretty good and dry, just the tailgate and anything else I decide to do. But it's been good since I washed it last, so we're just gonna knock the dust off of it, and then we're gonna head on over to McDonald's up the street and get ourselves a senior coffee with 1 cream. And we're not going to eat. We're not going to eat today. I've decided to make my 4th day of fasting another 24 hours. So I weighed in at 198 this morning, even dressed. So I am sub 200 now with everything on. So the journey continues. I know a lot of you are following along and maybe been motivated to try to do some kind of health change in your own life. I know it's the best thing I've done in a long time. It's just amazing how people associate eating sugar, drinking Cokes, and eating cakes and pies as more satisfying than how you could be feeling. Not just looking, but how you feel. And, you get so numb to the spikes with the insulin and glucose that you have running through your veins, and the crashing and having to eat every couple of hours and boredom and all that. And then all you do is you make a change one day, you have an epiphany. It has to happen like that. You don't just do it. You don't just want to do it. You got to do it. And then when you do it, you're like, oh, where have you been all my life? What have I been missing? If I was down in the ground or working my way closer to going in the ground by killing myself by the terrible foods out there and drinking and drugging and just the way you think too, all of these things contribute to a very, very poor, healthy lifestyle. And I'm riding that crest of that wave of that crest on that wave, I should say. I'm lost for my words. Just crushing it. And all I want to do is get out and do something. And I have such a list today to do. I don't know what to do first. I do want to wash the truck. I do want to get some steps in. I have learned yesterday from someone that I feel knows what they're talking about, that all that running business isn't any good. Walk, baby, just walk. Get out there and walk. So start your walking. I know a lot of you do. Get as many steps in as you can every day. Take a couple of sessions to get it in. Walk after you eat. Make it a point to get out, get some vitamin D, and then think good. When you first wake up in the morning, you got to plan this out. You got to start thinking, all right, here it is, another day. I woke up. What am I going to do? Go in there and turn on the news? Am I going to eat a big old bowl of cereal and just sit in the chair here all morning? Or am I going to do something with my life? And get out and meet people, smile, create some conversations. Go buy yourself a new shirt, a pair of shorts or something. How about a new pair of shoes to walk in? Something to give you some good self-esteem, some good feeling. What time is it? 8:04, they're open. I guess, yeah, they are. Sud Stop is right here. And just find something that will give you a little shot in the arm. And then once you begin, as I always say, half the battle is to begin anything. And you will be on your way. You just have to start. Like I haven't arrived, but I've left the starting point, and now I'm really motivated to keep on going. So I got everything in the truck here. The reason I'm driving it is I've got my beach chair, my beach buggy, my beach umbrella, which you're gonna need. I got my dive equipment, my mask, snorkel, and fin. I got a hat. I got everything in that beach buggy. I can just load it up and you push it onto the beach. I don't have to make multiple trips back to my truck. And if I went there just with a chair and my umbrella, I'd be carrying everything. And so this way I got everything I need because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm taking a vehicle that can carry it all, and I got the stuff in the back that can carry all of it. I've also got plenty of ice cold water in a cooler, and that's all I drink. I didn't even bring one of those teas. And I will be busy all day today, burning calories, keeping my insulin low, becoming more in a ketosis where my energy is coming from my fat, and will continue to drop another pound maybe today. Patience is what I've learned. Even if it's a pound a day, do you know that in 30 days, that's 30 pounds? And no one's going to really lose a pound every day. So, you just got to do what you can do. But begin today. Make that bed when you get up. And what I was going to say a minute ago, I got sidetracked. You got a lot of stuff to do today. You want to change your life. Well, what direction do you go? The best thing you can do is to hit the floor on your knees next to your bed, sit down in a chair, get where you're uninterrupted, don't turn the TV on, go into a private room, or just walk out the door and start taking a morning walk and start thinking on the good Lord, thinking about your life, thinking about where you're at right now and where you want to go. I'm not talking about goals and financial investments. I'm talking about how can you find joy and peace? How can you have happiness? And then how can you be in your best health? And while I can share some things and other people on the internet can share things regarding all of these topics, you need to ask the main coach of the entire universe, and that's the good Lord upstairs. You need to just really rely on him and ask him, what direction do I go? How do I begin? Help me to start and help me to smile today. Help me to put away anything that I did yesterday that wasn't good for me and certainly wasn't good for others. Start a new day today. Make it a day that you'll remember. Make it where the tomorrow you can look back on today and say, you know what? I did a good job yesterday, and I saw how the good Lord was working in my life. I want to build on that. All those days that were mundane in the past, that just bled one into another, of the same stuff, getting up and gossiping, listening to the media, worrying about all the talking points that have no real reality, almost no reality, because they just want to promote it and you're taking it in. Get off that Facebook. Get off that TikTok. Get off those things that you're reading and absorbing in your mind on a daily basis and change it to everything I just said. Make that your new life, your new exercise. Make that the thing that you read. Make that the things that you think about. And in no time, even today, by the end of the day, you can be well on your way to a new life of purging out. And you know what? The more that the fog clears and the more you move past bad eating, bad thinking, bad things that you watch, bad things that you read, and all these things, every inch that you move past that, the clearer you see how that was detrimental to you. And you look at other people and you say, wow, they haven't found it yet. They are so caught up in all of that crap, whether it be the food they're eating. You go to the store, you look at their grocery cart, and you just see how they're poisoning themselves. I did it decades and decades. So yeah, I can preach it now. And I talked that way, and I thought that way, and I acted that way. But you know what? I've put away those things. I've changed my life. I'm still changing my life. And you can too. It's really simple. It really is. And like I said a moment ago before I end the video, you will see and feel the difference in your life the first day you try to start doing these things. And then there's no turning back. It's like, wow. I'm not talking about when you tried to quit smoking and failed. I'm not talking about when you went on a diet and failed. I'm not talking about when you turned the media off and failed. I'm talking about getting back on the horse and asking the one that can help you, that gives you the strength, and mean it, and mean it. And then you're well on your way to crushing it.